everybody. Today I'm with my sister reacting to My Story Animated. Yeah, it's overdone, but if it gets views, it gets views. I'm not gonna lie to you, so let's start, I guess.
I had the perfect life. My parents adored me. I had
Why are they shaking that girl so
my
much?
boyfriend Alec was the hottest guy
Oh,
at school.
who put him
He
on
was the
fire?
captain of the football team, and he drove a shiny new
Why
car.
is he so short?
Every time he drove me to school, I saw cute girls turn green. I
Hulk.
feel sorry for them. How did they even live? Everyone loved me.
Bruh, why is everybody just... Wait, let me... Who put milk on those ladies? Who put milk on them? Who bathed them in milk? Wait, who bathed these women in milk? Like, actually? Why are they bathed in milk and why do they all look the same?
Except for my little sister Ivy. I don't know what her problem
What is
was
wrong
me.
with her face?
Except
Look
for
at
my
this.
little sister
What is wrong with her face? No, what is wrong with her face? Actually, her mouth is there and her eyes are there. And that's her mouth and there are her eyes. What is wrong with her? Okay, I'm gonna make a pretty crude joke. Did she get dropped on her head as a baby? Probably yes.
Ivy.
I can actually make jokes about that because I actually was.
I don't know what her problem was. Between you and me, I thought
Why does she look like a grown man?
sometimes I caught her in my bedroom trying on my clothes.
Oh, that's
Then
weird.
there's that time I saw
Mario.
her drooling at Alex when he came over to swim in our pool. Ugh. As if he would even look at her twice.
Mario.
I didn't even know she existed. Ivy and I look nothing alike.
Yeah, that's
Carol
true.
was naturally blonde hair. She was the brunette and her wig was average. So was everything else about her. That's why what she did next took everyone by surprise. You want to know what she did? Watch and find out. It was the last weekend of summer.
What? Wait. Why did you put 2 X's on one day? Why? Why would you do that? Who would do that, actually? She has 2 X's in one day. Who does that? Who does that?
I just returned home from being away.
Why is she looking so weird?
I can't wait to see my boyfriend Alex again.
Why does he look like a girl?
I know he missed me.
Why is he short?
Why else would he be throwing me a surprise welcome party at his house? I wasn't supposed to know, but my best friend Olivia was the biggest gossip in school. I just finished getting ready when my mom announced that Alex had arrived. His timing was perfect. I even practiced my surprise face for when we arrived at his house for the party. Alex! Did you miss me? I bet. No. This couldn't be happening. Was this
What's
some
going
kind of
on?
sick joke? Alex was standing in our living room kissing Ivy. Alex,
Bro.
what are you doing?
Emily, I'm so sorry. This is not how I wanted you to find out.
Find out what? That he's my boyfriend now.
Why does she look like Dollar Store Mario?
BFF already told you. My bad. Come on, this isn't funny. Alex, let's go.
Yeah. She literally looks like Mario, her sister though.
So gross. Alex didn't even turn.
She literally looks like Mario. She literally looks like Mario though, doesn't she? Yeah, she's Mario. She is literally Mario if he was a girl and he had no cap. But to be honest, she's full of cap. Bro, what is wrong with his face?
Sorry. What just happened? I called Alex, but he didn't pick up, so I called Olivia. I was going to tell you. I swear, when I heard about the party he was hosting for you, I thought he had finally come to his senses. I don't think that party was ever for me. Just left right. It's Liv. I know. Half the school is at his house, and the party is for their 1-month anniversary. It was a nightmare. I ran back to my room and I fell down on my bed.
Bro, that is just plain
Senior year going to suck. On Monday morning, Ivy and I sat with my mom for breakfast. I'd locked myself in my room all weekend and hadn't seen Ivy since the day of the party.
To be honest, here's the thing. That is exactly what I'd do. I'd throw her out of the window.
Rip her hair out. Just that time Mom. Lost my appetite. Sure thing, honey. Hey, Mom, I want to move into Emily's room. Mine's too small now that my boyfriend and my friends come over a lot. Also, I want to use my room to store my new clothes and bags. Of course, dear. Emily will move her things after school. What? Mom!
Bruh. Is she
Please tell me you're
stupid?
joking. It's my room. But she wasn't. When I got home from school, I found Mom packing my stuff as Dad carried them down to the basement.
Bruh.
Ivy was watching, arms across her chest, and a smile on her face.
I just
I
drop
will kill you.
kick her down the stairs.
I lunched at Ivy, but my mom stepped between us. That's enough from you, Emily. What has gotten into you? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. First my boyfriend, and now my room? Turns out this was just the tip of a very big ivy-shaped iceberg.
To be honest, I'd just drop kick her and then kill her.
I was the poor girl who lost her boyfriend to her little sister. Alex avoided me, and so did most of my friends. Ivy dyed her hair blonde, exactly like mine. She replaced her large eyeglasses with contacts. She wore expensive clothes and jewelry. Where was she getting all of this stuff? The allowance our parents gave us definitely wasn't enough. You're staring. Olivia sat next to me in the cafeteria. Ivy was eating her lunch while a girl standing next to her held her bag and her phone for her. I'm sorry, I can't help this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
How
that
is
is
she
actually
getting away with
ridiculous,
all of this?
though.
Isn't that Amy, the head cheerleader? She's the most popular girl in Ivy's class. A few weeks ago, Ivy wouldn't have gone near her. Now she's holding Ivy's bag while she eats. Just then, a woman I'd never seen before walked into the cafeteria and to Ivy's table. You! She was looking right at Ivy. I don't know what game you're playing, but stay away from me and my fiancé. She turned to Amy. And you! Stay away from my fiancé. Then she grabbed Ivy's necklace and ripped it from her neck. She then
To be
took
honest, she
Ivy's
deserves
water and
that.
threw it in Amy's face. Before anyone could react, she walked out, Ivy's necklace in her hand. What was that all about? That's Michelle, Mr. Wells' fiancé. Wells? The math teacher? Yep. Olivia feigned boredom, but I knew she was hiding something. Dying to
This
tell
is
me.
just...
I sat and waited. Fine.
How would this even happen?
All through
Like-
summer break, there was a rumor that Mr. Wells was involved with a student.
Like, I don't know how, but why the hell would their parents move their kid into the basement? Because their little snotty entitled one wants to move into their room because there's no reason. Is there? There's no reason.
But we never knew for sure. I guess now we know. Well, at least they're of age. Still. Ew. They must be like 20 years younger.
Bruh.
know. Why did she also attack Ivy? Who knows? Ivy is the devil nowadays. Probably did something to Mr. Wells. As weeks went by, I noticed that Amy wasn't the only one under Ivy's command. Ivy had her own little army of minions. They ran around
To be
her
honest-
like clockwork.
To be honest, if she's the older sister, why not just drop kick her? That's what I'm thinking.
Up after her and
Like, do you
made sure she
agree?
had anything she
Like-
asked for. I once saw a girl remove her earrings from her own ears and offer them to Ivy. She even had a senior doing her assignments. I saw her stand over him while he did her math homework. After he was done, he handed the books to her and she told him, same time tomorrow. At home, she became impossible to live with. She made my mom clean her room. She went out every night, and whenever I reported her, Mom and Dad ignored me. She asked Dad for the
Okay, this is just
iPhone,
wrong.
and he bought it for her. She decided what we ate. If she was in the mood for pizza, then we'd all have to eat pizza. One evening, she asked Mom to bake her favorite chocolate cake. Mom spent hours baking. But when she was done, Ivy said she'd changed her mind. Mom was close to tears. I had to know how she was getting away with this. Why were people granting her all of her wishes? A few days later, Alex came to our house. He said a quick hello and then rushed to Ivy's room. I followed him and stood outside the door listening.
I can't do this anymore, Ivy. I'm done playing your games. I'm going to tell Emily everything.
Go ahead, tell her. See if she'll take you back. She'll never forgive you.
She might not forgive me, but at least I'll be free from you.
You'll be free when I say you're free. I own you, Alex. Unless you no longer want that football scholarship.
Of course I do.
That's what I thought. Now be a good boyfriend and come paint my toenails. I'm in the mood for silver today, to match with the silver bracelet you got me yesterday. I waited for Alex to leave, then followed him to his house.
Well, that's not very smart. They just climbed into the trunk.
He just parked his car.
Em, what are you doing here?
I overheard you and Ivy. Alex, what's going on?
She made me swear not to tell you. If I do, then my life is over.
What does she have on you? I promise not to tell. Trust me. It took a bit more convincing, but Alex finally told me the truth.
Ivy caught me opening the exam cabinet just before we took the end of junior year test.
Alex told me how he got the cabinet from a boy in his class. You hate him?
Not really. Way after I promised to invite him to parties and introduce him to girls. It's kind of, let's just say he needed my help.
Alex told me how he went into school at night planning to access the cabinet and copy
Why?
test answers. Ivy saw him and followed him. When she caught him, she threatened to report him. Alex begged her not to. He told her that if she reported him, he'd get suspended. Worse. He was hoping to get a football scholarship at the end of the senior year, and Ivy knew this.
So she asked me to be her boyfriend. I told her to ask for anything else, but her mind was set. Part of my deal with her is making you suffer as much as possible by letting you think that I chose her over you. If she finds out that I told you the truth, she'll report me to the principal. I can't get suspended in my senior year.
I always believed that Alex was not Ivy's boyfriend by choice. Just tell the principal that you went there intending to copy the answers, but changed your mind the last minute. I doubt he'll suspend his best quarterback for that.
I didn't tell you everything. After I agreed to become her boyfriend, Ivy helped me copy the test answers. She's holding that over my head, too. Your sister is...
The week that followed,
Just kill
I
us
found
and
out
plus.
just how genius Ivy was. Remember the senior that was doing her assignments? He was the boy that gave Alex the keys to the cabinet. His mom was a teacher at Oakley High, and he stole the keys from her. Ivy got Alex to tell her all of this, and then threatened to report the senior too. So now he was stuck doing her assignments. One evening, I got home and found Mom crying. Mom, what's wrong? Did something happen to Dad? Mom looked so sad and exhausted. It's your sister. Emily, I have to tell you something. Ivy, she knows something she shouldn't. She found out that your dad and I are not your parents. What? Sit down. Let's wait for your, dad to get home. No, what do you mean you're not my parents? Adopted? Not exactly. Your Aunt Martha, my sister who died in a car crash with her husband, those were your parents. You were in the car with them, but you were not hurt. I was in tears. So was my mom. She tearfully recounted finding me with nurses at the hospital when she got news of the crash. Martha was in critical condition, but her husband, my father, was dead. Before she died, Martha asked Mom to read me as her own and to never tell me about their tragic death. So we took you home and never spoke of the accident again. Ivy found a box with old photos of you with them. She also found newspaper articles about the crash. She threatened to
That's
tell you.
weird.
I begged her not to be so cruel, but she just laughed. She has the box hidden in her room. I was so afraid to meet us if he found out. She made us take you out of your room. She has been asking for so many things from your dad, and we have spent so much money buying her new clothes and other things. I'm so sorry, dear. I was super sad after my talk with Mom, but I was not going to let Ivy win. It was time to end her reign as the evil
Yeah,
queen.
that's fair.
When our doorbell rang, I thought I'd finally get to confront Ivy. But it wasn't Ivy at the door.
Is this the Gilligan residence?
That's my dad, yeah.
My name is Officer Bridges. Are your parents home? I need them to come to the station.
Less than an hour later, we were at the station. Mom had called Dad on the way, and he met us there. The officer told us that Ivy had been arrested for possession of stolen property. We found Ivy in tears. I keep telling them that this is not my bag, but they won't believe me. Amy gave it to me.
Mr. and Mrs. Gilligan, your daughter is fine. Amy Smith is the one that told the manager where to find the missing bag. We have the manager's statement right here.
It looks like Amy set you up, Ivy. What did you do to her? Hours later, we were all back home. Ivy had been released with a warning to stay out of trouble. Turns out Amy had shoplifted the bag and given it to Ivy. Then she'd gone back to the store and told them that Ivy was the shoplifter. Why would she do such a thing? I caught Amy kissing Mr. Wells. I threatened to report them to the principal, and Mr. Wells' fiance unless they did what I asked. So Ivy had made Amy her slave. She made Amy carry her bags around school. She also took Amy's diamond
In other
necklace
words,
that
that
Amy had
kid's
received from
really
Mr. Wells.
entitled.
So that's why Mr. Wells' fiance ripped it from her neck. Yes. As for Wells, he had to give her A's in all of her math classes. You the one that got him fired? What? No. He quit after he confessed to this damn thing about his affair with me. Why did he do all of these things? I wanted to know how it feels to have everything like you did. Feels overcame me. It made my sister feel ignored and alone and this over to manipulation and blackmail. So
Well, that
I was angry
makes
with her and promised to be a better big sister. My parents told Ivy to return all of the items they bought for her. They also told her to move out of my room. Alex reported himself to the principal and he got suspended. We never got back together.
I guess that makes sense, to be honest.